really are interested in loan FC, can you name anything else? Considering a bid for United, looking at etc. You name it, that's what West Ham are like. There's no real action, but these two Liverpool players that are going to be talked about in the video are recent targets. And, well, Moyes likes the domestic league, so I'm going to give my thoughts on these two guys and let you know why Ox and Nat could be a decent fit for West Ham and why it could be good business. If it goes through, that is. Both of these players have been mentioned on the West Ham Way podcast in Exeter section. Nat Phillips and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, both of whom play for Liverpool and don't really see a hell of a lot of first team action, albeit they're usually substitutes. Nat Phillips could be available for around 10 to 15 million pounds. I believe he's 24 years old and he's a centre back. This has fans divided. I think a lot of people are saying that he's not any better than Craig Dawson. But I think Nat Phillips, is, from what I've seen, is quite an old-school centre-back. He just does his job, does what's fundamentally asked of him, and there's nothing more that David Moyes wants than that. Players who just do the basics right and don't do anything glossy. Nat Phillips does the job perfectly. Could be available on loan, using domestic loan market, but 15 million for him is an absolute steal, people. That is an absolute steal. I think Phillips would be good to use in the Europa League. It'd be good to use, obviously, in some Premier League games. We do need to get some younger players in the defence as well, because it's quite aging. Don't forget, Ogbonna's 33, Dawson's 31, Cresswell's 31, turning 32 this year. We need younger players in defence. Frederick Alves is coming up and he's 20 years old. We need Nat Phillips in there, someone of an age group that's in the early 20s. So, I think Phillips would actually not be a bad player to have. I do like him a lot. He's not going to get a lot of game time at Liverpool because Virgil van Dijk's back from his injury. So, West Ham should try and go out for him and give him an opportunity to play regular Premier League football, which is something that players like him crave. And, we need a younger defence, and wanting a younger centre-back partnership combined with a player's need to play regular football seems to make a lot of sense to me. I know a lot of people get on Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's back and think that he's not that good. I reckon he would be an excellent player for West Ham if he stayed fully fit. And in general, he'd be a cracking player if he stayed fit. But he's inconsistent and he's often injured. So the injury thing is going to probably appeal to West Ham, because West Ham love to sign injury-prone players. I mean, we've had so many down the years I've lost count. But that aside, Oxlade-Chamberlain would be a good midfield option to have, because West Ham needs depth in midfield. Okay, that's lacking. He can play his central midfield role. We need someone who can be efficient with moving the ball and effective on the ball. Oxlade-Chamberlain can do that. He's a player that I've never really hated, but I've never really liked at the same time. I'm okay with my stance on Oxlade-Chamberlain. I think he's got a lot of talent, but he just needs to stay fit and healthy, like I say. He needs to stay, consistent. And he just needs to stay at his best. And I think that's why Liverpool fans have been a bit annoyed with him, is because he's not really been as impactful as they had hoped. Arsenal fans were having a love or hate relationship with him, but I've never hated Oxlade-Chamberlain as a player. I think he's alright myself. I think he's an alright kind of player. He could even be good under David Moyes. David Moyes could get something good out of this player, because that's what Moyes does. He gets the best out of the unlikeliest of stars. And Oxlade-Chamberlain could come to West Ham on loan and be a useful, or even better than that, a really good bit of business. It's going to be interesting over the next few years to see if anything does materialise with Phillips or Oxlade-Chamberlain. But they're both players who want regular game time, and that enough could be drawing them towards a loan away from Liverpool. West Ham like loans and could come knocking at the door for both. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Wheel and Deal. If you liked the video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for more content. Take care everyone, and I'll see you all soon.